Hi, welcome to my channel. Tonight we're going to be looking at how to do etched glass with your Cricut. The first thing you need to do is put down, I use stencil vinyl, but you could use any vinyl. I recommend something that's soft and quite flexible, especially if your glass is quite curved and you're doing a bigger piece, because if it's too rigid you get bumps in it and yet etching cream can get underneath. I will show you a little bit later on what cream I use. I'm just making these quite simple glasses, and I'm using both parts of my stencil in it as well. Once the Cricut has finished cutting it out, I weed it so we can stick it onto the glass. Clean your glass again with the isopropyl alcohol. That I've got mine just from Bunnings, which is quite easily accessible. I'm making some little snowflakes on here. I haven't shown you how to do that. I've just found free snowflakes on Cricut, I believe, on the app, and used those so I can pop them on the side of my glasses. With your stencils, you weed the bit that you want to be etched, so it's like reverse weeding when you're doing stickers and that stuff. So you take the bit away that will be etched with your etching cream. I've just used this little bit of leftover vinyl, so some of them get cut off the edge, which I'm not too worried about because I did heaps. So you can see me gently pull it off. I'm using their scent with this as well because I'm doing some with and so reversing them. So I'll do some with etched around them, and then I'll do some that are etched in there. So you can see I'm reverse weeding. I'll pop that on my glass. I'm just doing a random pattern. I think I've got 3 different types of snowflakes. You can see it's a bit tricky to get on just with the little edge bits. Makes it a bit difficult to stick down. So make sure you rub it down really well too. You don't want any of the etching cream getting underneath, because that's when you end up with blurry lines. Even though getting this on was tricky, once they were on, they etched really well because I think they're smaller and the etching cream didn't manage to get underneath. I could flatten them nice and easy. I've done others where occasionally it'll leak underneath if it's a bigger piece of vinyl around it. When I go to show you putting the cream on, I'm trying to fix some that I messed up the last time I did them. I didn't do the edge quite big enough and I didn't tape around it. So you can see a line on the edge of my glass, on the edge of the picture. So I'm just trying to fix that so it doesn't look quite as obvious. I probably should have got my scraping tool there, but the weeder was working okay. And I'm just randomly placing them on, making sure they stick well. I do use the Cricut transfer tape with this just because it's that little bit stronger than the one I've already got. Trying to save that one. I think I'd give up. Because I want to use the other, like the reverse side of this, I'm not taking the top off all of them. Okay, so I forgot to press record, but you can see in the background, this one that I'm actually doing is a little elf. They're the ones I'm trying to fix. There was quite a harsh line where the edge of the sticker was. When I went to wash them off, I had rubbed the cream onto off the edge, and it just etched. You could just see it. It was annoying me, so I thought I would try and cover it up. And you can see how I'm going in and adding the cream. I use that Poppy Crafts etching cream. It works really well. I'll put the link in the comments section. With the snowflakes, the outline, the actual stencil ones, I actually went around and sticky taped them down so they won't have a harsh edge. And all I do is you just move the cream around a little bit for 5 minutes, and then once that's been done, you can just peel it off. You can see I'm rinsing it off. You're meant to use gloves and be in a well ventilated area. I make sure I wash all of the cream off before I touch the glass. You can see I'm just using the same old paintbrush to wash it off, just under slow running water, and then pick all the stencils off. You can do that later if you want. I just do it at the same time because the water helps. That stencil stick is quite tough. And then I'll go and rinse off the rest of the gnome ones. That did actually work out quite well with that, so it did fix those edges. It doesn't look very dark when it's wet, but once those dry, it actually ends up being quite dark. The etching, it looks really good. So this is the etching now at the end. Give them a quick dry off so you can see they worked really well. And they'll make a nice little set, so you don't need to have labels on any of these. I have done the same style glass with just initials on them for parties, which look really nice, and they're quite inexpensive. I think you get 6 of these from Kmart for $14, so just a quick little Christmas gift. You can see they're nice and dark. And the nice thing about etching is it won't wash off. That's actually scratched into the glass with that cream now.